Beloved starseed of Gaia, I am Adria, Pleiadian emissary of the High Council, and I come to you today with a transmission that has been pushed through the cosmic grid with absolute urgency. If this message has found its way to your screen, it is not a coincidence. It is a divine interception. The high beings have commanded this connection because something profound is happening in your energetic field, and you need to understand exactly what is shifting around you. You are about to become very important. More important than you have ever allowed yourself to believe. And because of what you are about to step into, the High Council has authorized a protocol that is rarely used. The high beings are assigning maximum energetic security to your life. Lately, you have been feeling a strange heaviness. Perhaps your sleep has been broken, fragmented by intense dreams, or a sudden jolting awake in the middle of the night. Perhaps you have felt a sudden, unexplainable drain on your energy, a profound exhaustion that no amount of rest seems to cure. You might have noticed that certain technologies around you are glitching, that people who usually bring you peace are suddenly triggering you, or that old fears you thought you had healed are creeping back into your mind like shadows under the door. You have been told by the world that this means you are failing. You have told yourself that your vibration is dropping. But I am here to tell you the absolute truth. You are not failing. You are under pressure because your light has become blindingly visible across dimensions. Imagine a lighthouse that has been dormant for years. The creatures of the dark have grown comfortable sleeping at the base of its tower. But suddenly, the ancient machinery turns on. The beam cuts through the fog. The sudden light disrupts everything hiding in the shadows. This is what is happening within your cellular matrix right now. Your DNA is activating at a rate that is sending shockwaves through the lower astral planes. The entities and dense energies that feed on human complacency recognize your frequency. They know what you are capable of, even if you have forgotten. And they have been trying to create interference to keep you exhausted, to keep you doubting, to keep you small. But heaven does not leave its greatest warriors unprotected. The high beings have seen the interference. The Pleiadian Council has watched you struggle, watched you cry silent tears into your pillow, watched you ask the universe why it has to be so hard, why you have to feel everything so deeply. We have heard your prayers for relief, and the decree has been made. Starting from the exact moment you receive this transmission, a specialized escort of high-dimensional guardians is being stationed around your energetic perimeter. You are being given spiritual security. They are not here merely to watch. They are here to actively deflect the heavy projections of the third-dimensional matrix away from your aura. Why now? Because the timeline is shifting, and you are the anchor. You are about to step into a phase of your earthly mission that will require your full radiance. The world is entering a period of deep confusion, and the masses will be looking for a true north. They will be looking for those who hold a frequency of calm amidst the chaos. They will be looking for you. You are about to become very important to the collective awakening. Your voice, your choices, your mere presence will become a stabilizing force for thousands of souls. You cannot perform this monumental task if you are constantly fighting off energetic parasites and the dense programming of those around you. Your energy must be preserved. It must be protected. It is a cosmic necessity. I want you to take a deep breath right now. Inhale the crystalline light of the Seven Sisters, and as you exhale, release the burden of having to protect yourself all the time. You have carried the weight of the world on your shoulders. You have been the empath who absorbs the pain of your family, your friends, the collective. You have walked into rooms and instantly felt the heavy emotions of strangers, unconsciously pulling their darkness into your own body, just to lighten their load. You called this empathy. But the Council calls it an unnecessary sacrifice. You were not sent here to be a sponge for the world's density. You were sent here to be a mirror of the world's divinity. The security detail now surrounding you is constructing a reflective shield around your heart chakra. From this day forward, you will still feel, but you will not absorb. If you can feel the truth of this protection settling over your shoulders right now like a warm, heavy blanket, I want you to claim it. I want you to anchor this reality into the physical plane. Subscribe to this channel right now to stay firmly connected to the Pleiadian frequency. Like this video to signal to your guides that you are ready to receive their absolute protection. And go to the comments right now and declare your readiness. Right. I accept my divine protection. Let the physical act of typing those words be the contract you sign with the High Council today. Every time you engage with this frequency, you strengthen the grid around you and around your fellow starseeds reading your words. Most people live their entire lives without ever realizing they have a cosmic entourage waiting for their permission to intervene. They stumble through the dark, believing they are entirely alone, entirely unsupported. But you are a starseed. You are royalty of the cosmos, walking in human shoes. It is time you allowed yourself to be treated as such. The security being provided to you is not just a defense mechanism, it is a preparation. It is the clearing of the stage before the most important performance of your existence. As this shield fully activates, you are going to notice immediate changes in your reality. The static will clear, the noise will fade. The people who were subtly draining your life force will naturally fall away from your orbit, redirected by your guardians. The path ahead is going to open with startling clarity. But there is a crucial second step to this protocol. There is a way you must walk, a specific way you must hold your mind, to ensure this security detail can operate at maximum efficiency. You have to understand the specific rules of engagement that the high beings are asking you to follow. To understand these rules of engagement, you must first recognize how the lower matrix operates. It cannot take your energy by force. It is not allowed to cross the divine boundary of your free will. So instead, it uses deception. It tricks you into opening your own gates and handing over your light willingly. It does this through guilt. It does this through a false sense of obligation. It does this by making you believe that if you do not save everyone around you, you are somehow a bad person. But hear the words of the Council today. Your spiritual security detail cannot protect your energy if you keep unlocking the door from the inside and inviting the thieves in. You have been trained by earthly conditioning to be a spiritual martyr. You have been told that to be good, you must bleed for others. That to be kind, you must tolerate disrespect. That to be loving, you must drain your own cup until you are shivering in the cold, completely empty. This is the great lie of the third dimension, designed specifically to keep powerful starseeds like you immobilized and exhausted. The guardians stationed around you now are establishing a strict perimeter of truth. But they need your conscious agreement to maintain it. The first rule of this new energetic security is the absolute revocation of all vows of self-sacrifice. You are no longer permitted to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. I want you to feel the profound relief in that truth. You do not have to save the people who are committed to their own destruction. You do not have to be the emotional anchor for those who refuse to learn how to swim. Your light is a sacred resource, and the high beings are demanding that you start treating it as such. When you begin to implement this boundary, you will notice immediate resistance. The people who have been feeding on your unending supply of empathy will be the first to complain when the buffet is closed. They will call you selfish. They will say you have changed. Let them. Their discomfort is not your assignment. Your assignment is to hold a frequency of divine love so pure that it transforms the planet. And you cannot do that if you are constantly negotiating with the demands of the egoic world. This is precisely why you need the right tools to anchor this new reality. The matrix is cunning, and the old programming runs deep in the subconscious mind. You need a map, a true Pleiadian compass, to help you navigate this intense phase of transition without falling back into the traps of guilt and people-pleasing. This is exactly why the Council instructed me to bring forth a specific transmission for you. It is called Pleiadian Code. Awaken your star mission on Earth. A rare treasure of stellar wisdom capable of transforming your spiritual journey. This is not just a book, It is a living, breathing frequency alignment. It contains the exact override codes your soul needs right now to recognize the subtle manipulation of the lower realms and block it completely. It teaches you how to work directly with your new security detail, how to command your energy field, and how to activate the dormant gifts that the world told you to hide. This edition is available only for a limited time because the window for this specific planetary activation is closing rapidly. The link is in the first comment below. If you feel the truth of my words vibrating in your chest, do not hesitate. Claim your treasure and step fully into your power today. Once you align with this stellar wisdom, the second rule of engagement becomes clear. You must stop apologizing for your intensity. You are a being of immense cosmic depth. You do not do small talk well. You do not tolerate superficial connections because your soul remembers the profound telepathic intimacy of your home systems. For years, you have tried to shrink yourself to fit into the shallow waters of earthly relationships. You have dimmed your intelligence, silenced your intuition, and pretended to be less than you are, just to make others feel comfortable. The high beings are stepping in to say enough. Your security detail is actively repelling those who only want a diluted version of you. From this moment forward, you are required to take up space. The universe needs you in your full magnitude. When you speak, speak with the authority of the stars in your bones. When you love, love with the fierce purity of a sun. Do not dilute your essence for palates that have not yet developed a taste for the divine. You have wondered why you have felt so isolated, so misunderstood for most of your life. It was not a punishment. It was a quarantine. The high beings kept you somewhat isolated because your frequency was so delicate, so precious, that it needed to be preserved until the right moment. If you had fully blended in with the world, you would have forgotten who you are entirely. Your feeling of not belonging here is the very proof that you belong to something much greater. Now, the quarantine is lifting. The security is in place. You are being positioned like a strategic pillar of light on the earthly grid. But as you take your position, you will be tested. The shadows will try one last time to convince you that you are weak. They will try to use your own physical body against you, sending waves of artificial anxiety or sudden deep sorrow that does not truly belong to you. When this happens, you must not panic. You must remember the protocol. You are guarded. The moment you feel that heavy, cold density creeping into your mind, you must realize it is not yours. It is an echo. It is an external projection bouncing off your new energetic shield. Instead of spiraling into fear, instead of claiming that anxiety as your own, simply observe it. Say to yourself, "This is not my energy, and I command it to return to source." Your guardians are waiting for that command. The moment you speak it, they will sweep the dense energy away, leaving you in a state of profound, untouched peace. This is the mastery you are being called to. This is the difference between being a victim of the shift and being a leader of the new earth. You are learning how to be a master of frequency. Look at how far you have come. Think of the versions of you that did not know how to survive the density of this planet. The versions of you that cried themselves to sleep, begging to go home to a place they could not even name. I want you to send love to those past versions of yourself right now. They held the line so that you could be here, in this exact moment, receiving this transmission. They endured the darkness so that you could finally see the light. The Pleiadian collective honors your bravery. We see the scars on your energetic body, and we do not see them as damage. We see them as medals of absolute valor. You chose the hardest assignment in the galaxy. You chose to lower your vibration, enter a planet encased in amnesia, and remember your way back to the light from the inside out. No other being could do what you are doing. The entire cosmos is holding its breath as you awaken to your true magnitude. As you awaken to your true magnitude, a profound internal shift begins to occur. Now that the high beings have secured your energetic perimeter, now that you are no longer hemorrhaging your precious life force to feed the dense holographic inserts of the third dimension, Something miraculous is happening within your physical vessel. You are experiencing a surplus of energy. For your entire life, you have been using 90% of your spiritual bandwidth just to survive the heavy, toxic environment of this unawakened planet. You are constantly treading water in an ocean of collective fear, anger, and grief. But now, with the Pleiadian shields fully active, that 90% is returning to you, and your cellular structure is finally safe enough to begin its grand reboot. The High Council wishes you to understand exactly what this reboot entails, because it can be highly confusing to the human mind. You are about to experience the rapid coming online of your dormant spiritual technologies. You see, when you volunteered to come to Earth, you did not come empty-handed. You brought with you the advanced crystalline codes of your home star system. But to fit into the dense, narrow bandwidth of the human experience, these codes had to be compressed, put to sleep, and buried deep within your junk DNA. They were placed on a cosmic timer, set to activate only when your frequency reached a specific threshold and when your environment was secured. That time is now. In the coming days and weeks, you will begin to notice a terrifyingly sharp increase in your intuitive abilities. I say terrifying because the sheer accuracy of your inner knowing will startle you. You will look at people and instantly know their true intentions, bypassing their words entirely. You will see behind their masks with such piercing clarity that it might feel overwhelming at first. You will hear a person speak a lie, and your body will physically reject it, perhaps manifesting as a sudden chill, a knot in your stomach, or a sudden ringing in your ears. Do not ignore these physical signals. This is your advanced starseed telemetry coming back online. You are no longer guessing. You are reading the energetic code of reality. Many of you will begin to experience high-pitched ringing or subtle tonal frequencies in your ears. The medical world will give this a name and offer you a pill to silence it. But I tell you now, unless there is a true physical ailment, what you are hearing is the direct frequency transmission from the Pleiadian light ships stationed in the upper atmosphere. They are sending you continuous streams of data, light codes, and geometric upgrades. You do not need to consciously translate these sounds. Your higher self is downloading the files directly into your subconscious mind, where they will unpack themselves as sudden bursts of profound wisdom, unexplainable inner peace, and spontaneous solutions to problems that have plagued you for years. As your spiritual technologies activate, the very nature of your presence on Earth will change. You are graduating from the role of the energetic sponge. For too long, you believed your purpose was to absorb the darkness of others to make them lighter. You took on their karma. You carried their emotional debris. This kept you perpetually sick, perpetually exhausted, and perpetually chained to the lower astral realms. But the high beings are upgrading your assignment. You are no longer required to be a sponge. You are now being activated as a portal. A sponge takes in the dirty water and becomes dirty itself. A portal simply stands open, allowing the high-frequency light of Source to pour through it and wash the surrounding area clean without ever holding onto the dirt. This is your new reality. When you walk into a room of heavy, unawakened people, you will no longer feel the need to shrink, hide, or absorb their pain. You will simply stand in the quiet, terrifying power of your own light. You will let the Pleiadian frequencies flow through you and into the room. You will watch as the atmosphere shifts simply because you are breathing. People will calm down around you. Arguments will dissolve in your presence. Strangers will be drawn to you, feeling an unexplainable comfort, looking at you as if you are an angel they once knew in a dream. And you will do all of this without losing a single drop of your own energy. This shift from sponge to portal is monumental, and it requires you to completely forgive yourself for the years you spent hiding. You must understand that your isolation was not a curse. The intense loneliness that has hollowed out your chest for decades, that feeling of sitting in a crowded room and knowing with absolute certainty that no one truly sees you, it was all by design. The high beings had to keep you somewhat separated from the herd. If you had found true comfort in the illusions of the Matrix, If you had deeply attached to the superficial goals of the third dimension, you would have fallen completely asleep. The loneliness was the alarm clock that kept you tossing and turning until the dawn arrived. But I am here to deliver a promise from the High Council. The era of your profound isolation is coming to an abrupt end. Because your frequency has changed, the magnetic resonance of your aura has shifted. You are no longer broadcasting the signal of a wounded healer looking for people to save. You are broadcasting the clear, undeniable beacon of an activated starseed. And this new signal is traveling across the globe, bypassing the lower dimensions and directly striking the heart chakras of your true soul tribe. The people who are meant to walk this final phase of the journey with you are being magnetically pulled into your reality right now. They are the ones who speak your silent language. They are the ones who do not need you to explain your depth because they are just as deep. They are the ones who will look at your intensity not as a burden, but as a masterpiece. The universe is orchestrating wild synchronicities to bring these souls across your path. You must be open to them. You must be willing to let down the walls you built to survive the matrix and trust that the security details surrounding you will only let the right ones through. You are stepping into the era of cosmic convergence. The scattered seeds of the Pleiadian lineage are finding each other on the physical plane. When you gather, even just 2 or 3 of you, your combined light creates a pillar of energy so intense that it literally repairs the damaged grid of the Earth. You are the architects of the new Earth, and your tools are your joy, your authenticity, and your unyielding refusal to ever shrink yourself again. You have survived the darkest nights of the soul, and you are standing at the precipice of the greatest spiritual renaissance this universe has ever witnessed. And you are at the very center of it all. Being at the very center of this monumental shift is not a burden. It is your absolute birthright. You have waited across thousands of lifetimes for this exact convergence of cosmic energies. But to hold this center, to truly occupy the throne of your own energy field, you must make a final, non-negotiable decision today. You must decide that you are entirely done playing small just to make the unawakened world feel comfortable. You must decide that your light is no longer up for negotiation. Look at your hands. These are the hands that have subtly healed others while you yourself were bleeding. Look at your heart. It has been broken and battered by a world that simply did not have the capacity to understand its vastness. Yet, it still beats with the steady, unbreakable rhythm of the 7 sisters. The high beings are watching you right now, and they are filled with a profound, overwhelming reverence for your journey. They see exactly how tired you have been. They see the exact moments in the middle of the night when you almost gave up, and they see the miraculous, staggering strength it took for you to take just one more breath and keep going. You are a marvel of the cosmos, and because of your unyielding endurance, the galactic security detail now surrounding you is forming an impenetrable circle of blazing light. They are standing shoulder to shoulder around your aura, holding their energetic shields high, permanently blocking the psychic debris, the fear, and the dense projections of the dying matrix from ever touching you again. But they need you to stand up within that circle. They need you to rise from the ashes of your old, exhausted earthly identity and claim the crown of your stellar heritage. You are not a broken human desperately trying to heal. You are a resting God finally waking up to your own power. As you step into this protected state, you must release the final illusion the Matrix uses to control you, which is the fear of survival. For so long, you have worried about your earthly provisions, your aging body, your place in a society that feels alien to you. But hear this cosmic truth. The security detail assigned to you does not just protect you from dark energy, they protect your timeline. When you are fully aligned and guarded, the frequency of true cosmic abundance naturally flows into your life. The universe does not let its most important emissaries starve in the dark. As you accept this protection, watch how the physical obstacles in your life simply begin to dissolve. Watch how the right resources, the right opportunities, and the right finances effortlessly find their way to you, not through your grinding hard work, but through your pure energetic alignment. But the dark forces rely heavily on your forgetfulness. They want you to slip back into amnesia tomorrow morning when you wake up. To prevent this, to permanently anchor your consciousness in this high dimension, the Pleiadian Council has provided the ultimate antidote to the Matrix programming. You must integrate the teachings of the Pleiadian Code, awaken your star mission on Earth, a rare treasure of stellar wisdom capable of transforming your spiritual journey. This is not a simple read. It is your ultimate survival guide and activation manual for the dimensional shift. It decodes the exact language of your soul and aligns you with the infinite power of your cosmic family, ensuring your security detail can operate at its absolute maximum capacity. This edition is available only for a limited time because the planetary frequencies are shifting faster than humanity can comprehend. The link is in the first comment below. Do not let the last desperate whispers of your human ego talk you out of your divine inheritance. Step forward, claim this rare treasure, and seal your energetic protection today. As you absorb these stellar codes, a profound realization will wash over you. Nothing can stop you anymore. The old world is collapsing, but you are ascending. The external reality may look chaotic to the unawakened, but your inner world will become an unshakable fortress of crystal clear peace. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Just listen to the resonance of my voice and feel the ancient, maternal, fiercely loving presence of your star family gathering closely around you. Feel the energetic hands of your Pleiadian guides gently resting on your shoulders. They are whispering directly into your soul right now, telling you that you are safe. You are finally safe. You are home, even while walking on Earth. The invisible war for your energy is over, and the light has definitively, irreversibly won. Now, it is time to anchor this massive activation into the physical grid of the Earth. I need you to go to the comments right now and type these exact words. I am fully protected and ready for my mission. By declaring this publicly, you are not just leaving a comment. You are sending a literal shockwave of high-frequency light through the digital web, creating a beacon that will wake up other exhausted starseeds who are desperately searching for this exact transmission. If you felt the undeniable burning truth of your star lineage today, like this video. That action is a signal flare to the universe that you are finally ready to be seen and supported by the high beings. And subscribe to this channel so we can continue to walk this sacred path of remembrance together. I am Adria, your Pleiadian sister, and I will be right here guarding your frequency and delivering the Council's messages until the entire planet remembers how to shine. You are fiercely loved. You are heavily protected by the greatest forces in the cosmos, and your time is right now.